Everybody has a comfort series. It can be a wholesome slice of life series, it can be a gritty, violent horror movie series. It doesn't matter. Whatever series that you can head back to and always have a good time, I think you can consider a comfort series. As for me, in case it wasn't obvious enough, I love the Plants vs. Zombies series. Heck, I centered this whole channel around it. Even if it was mostly on the Shooter series, I love every installment of the series, except for that one. The goofy designs for characters and maps and abilities, the batshit insane lore, and the, hit or miss fandom. There are series that I probably like more than PvZ, but PvZ has always been the series that's been the most personal to me. It might actually be the first ever game that I ever completed. Either that or Sonic 2. Once I finished PvZ 1 all those years ago, I never stopped from there. I played every game that came out, on repeat for that matter, dumped hundreds of hours into the shooters, and all around just had a great time with this series. In fact, my opinions mostly match with the community about these games. PvZ 1, the one that started it all, arguably the cleanest designed game of the series. Even if for personal reasons I don't quite like this as much as its follow-ups, I can admit that this is probably the best designed game as a whole throughout this series. PvZ 2. Used to be really hated, but ever since the community realized that yes, you don't actually need microtransactions to beat the whole game, I've seen a lot of approval for this game, which makes me really happy. It's one of my favorites of the series, even if technically it's kind of just a sloppier made PvZ 2 with a lot more content, but that content being just less designed well overall. Garden Warfare 1, a pretty solid start to the Shooter series. While it does have some issues on account of being the first installment of a series, it would gradually fine-tune its issues. It's still a more than enjoyable game on its own. Garden Warfare 2. This honestly might take my pick for the best game in the series. Everybody loves it. In fact, it was my favorite for a while. PvZ Heroes. A nice little side game that you may love or you may just be indifferent upon. As for me, I'm in the middle. PvZ 3. You know, despite the really awful marketing and this game's content getting cut really early on, I honestly really like this game, and I'm really interested to see what the community has to say about it. Oh. Well, or if you by any chance are uninformed, this game is a little mixed, to put it lightly. And by mixed, I mean it more so kind of just split the fandom in half, Star Wars sequel style. It would be easy for me to just go on a tangent about why this game sucks and why it's poorly designed and why it ruined the franchise. In fact, if it weren't for this game, and we just gotten a traditional Garden Warfare 3 with more of the elements from its predecessor carried on, we probably would have seen more Garden Warfare content in the future. But despite all of this, I love this game. And trust me, I hate to be the contrarian and go, am I the only one who... No, you are not the only one. You are never the only one, you stupid idiot. In fact, I've seen a decent amount of praise for BFN, especially in more recent times. But for me, personally, it might honestly be my favorite in the series. And yes, I'm specifying it here. Favorite, not best. On a technical level, I honestly think Garden Warfare 2 was a bit better and just well-designed overall. If I had to put these games in a tier list, it would look somewhere like this. BFN can go above or below PvZ 2 depending on my mood. And PvZ Heroes honestly can kind of just go anywhere. I'll cut this into about 5 different parts, discussing how well I think BFN does in each of these qualities in comparison to Garden Warfare 1 and 2. And again, I can't stress this enough, this is all my own personal opinion, and what vibes with me will obviously be different from what vibes with you. Aesthetics. Stuff like art style, quality of life changes, really anything that doesn't fit into the other qualities. PvP. The different modes and maps and general mechanics related to PvP. Basically anything related to PvP that we haven't discussed before or we won't discuss later. PvE. All the modes where you aren't actually fighting against other players. So this would include story mode and ops. I'll also discuss pots and bots here since they're related. Characters. How fun, well-designed, and balanced the new and old characters are in this game. And finally, upgrades. The upgrades mechanic, and how I think they compare to variants, and the quality of them overall. Both this game and this franchise mean so much to me. This series kinda ended up growing up with me, and as I grew older, the series continued to change and develop. Just like me. There is a lot to cover with this game, so I won't waste your time anymore. This is why Battle for Neighborville is my favorite PvZ shooter.